what you think. Pull up and shit about me. Yeah, I don't know what. Tell them I know what you mean. Yeah, demons they can take them. Demons I portray them. You know what this means? Pull up on him and I shoot him. I know what it means. Shoot them, know what they take. Demons they gon' take. Demons they gon' take. I find it crazy. You don't take my baby. Yeah. I find it crazy. Demons they chip away. What they take away. I just know what's saying. What's good, y'all? Hey. Listen to music as always. Wish I could help have you guys listen. I should probably like set up my donations and shit. But I'm gonna so I could get a charger for my laptop. That's what happened with Charlie Kirk. That's crazy. R.I.P. man. I watched and agree with some of the stuff.
I'm no longer.
This takes on
I cannot proceed.
could be wild, but you just gotta listen.
Thank you, Phineas.
You gotta listen and understand.
It wasn't quite a favor.
So that way,
I want to see Mundus destroyed.
you can actually disagree. You can
And I
disagree
now
just
believe
disagree.
you may
but
stand
you
a
can't break
chance.
down his point and be like, yeah,
made
that's
you
what he
change your
thinks,
mind.
and then say, yeah, that's
You
why
are
I
right.
don't agree.
You're not just like your father. I see your mother in you, too. You want to hit Mundus hard?
I don't think you're doing the correct
This is
thing.
how. Mundus has power almost beyond limit,
For instance,
but he has
you understand each
one
point, right? And then you
weakness.
disagree from one
He
point
has
to
a
one, and then you
weakness.
line it up to the next
Yes.
point, and you disagree with that way.
His mistress.
And you don't take it out of context.
His
You don't
weakness
take
is that he loves her.
misconception of what he's saying, right? You disagree with what he's saying and what he explains to you.
Mundus?
You don't disagree off of the simple fact it sounds wild.
No,
You
my
need to listen.
friend. Yet, she has recently become the most important thing in creation to him. This is what I have seen. Lilith, his mistress,
For instance,
carries his
I'll give you a proposal.
his
Think about what I'm
heir.
about to say.
You want to
Charlie
hurt
Kirk got
Mundus?
assassinated. Yeah, Kanye West is still alive.
Kill
And he said more crazy shit.
Kill the
Think about it.
child.
You see what I'm saying? You can disagree with what I'm saying,
Hurt him more.
but you need to understand what I'm saying. Once you understand what I'm saying, it's like, okay, now I got
But
points
be warned.
that I need to
The
lay out
fury
for
of
myself,
Mundus is
so I can break them
boundless.
down
Many
and
thousands
conceive
could
them,
perish.
conceive the argument that way. That way, I break down my argument point by point, not because it sounds, not because
Good hunting, my
I just
master.
said the initial statement, right? Like, bro, Charlie Kirk said the civil rights sounded like it's a mistake. It should have never happened. Like the civil rights thing. He probably said because it's about race. It's not about just people in general. But I find it funny because the civil rights movement was also focused on women, not just of color, women in general. So that's why it's like he obviously meant something else. Because if you actually take a look at what the civil rights movement was all about, yes, black niggas was about it, but it's also about women of color and women in general. So it's just like, yeah. And don't get me wrong, yes, the civil rights movement is a majority for
I finally have your
African
attention.
Americans. But let's just not forget history, what history was all about. And also, I'm not saying this to defend Charlie Kirk. You're not locked in, gang. I like him, but I'm not. Like, if he said anything crazy, like actually crazy, without you just getting his, like, just reacting and just not taking into full consideration. Because, I'm 24 years old. If somebody says something that's, like, wild, and I first ask them to repeat what they say so I can hear it clearly, to make sure my ears aren't deceiving me. And then I ask them to explain themselves, right? Don't just disagree off the first initial statements. There's a lot of crazy shit in this world that's just the reality of things. You may not like it, but it's the reality of things. For instance, black people sometimes, depending, right? Sometimes when I say black people just gay, it's better be on their best cultural state. Just feeling good about themselves.
Hey, Bob.
Just, you know, positivity.
Put a spin on this.
You feel me?
My personal view on the terrorists is that they are disgusting,
myself.
degrading,
I'm a nigga myself,
ghastly,
gang, so
sleazy,
it's just like-
purient, and generally nauseating. The worst of them is Dante. The whole world would benefit greatly by his non-existence.
I'm taking you off the air.
You think so? I wouldn't bet on it, you little shit.
Oh! I don't know how I'm gonna work. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, boss.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid. Fuck off and die. You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. Okay, hold on. Trying to see where you can take
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny.
I wonder. I gotta.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid. Fuck off and die.
Okay.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
Might be.
Segueing into this!
Notice I'm not focused on damage. If you go look at other
Now
people's
what we have
gameplay,
here is some truly shocking footage of the terrorist, known as Dante, at the Bellevue Pier recently. So what do we know about this Dante? Several people have now come forward, and investigators have pieced together a shocking history of violence. At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St. Lamia Orphanage. She was described as a sweet old lady who particularly enjoyed working with children. Between the...
I'm not gonna lie. I like this section. I love this section, low-key.
Now what we have here is some truly shocking footage of the terrorist, known as Dante, at the Bellevue Pier recently. So what do we know about this Dante? Several people have now come forward, and investigators have pieced together a shocking history of violence. At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St. Lamia Orphanage. She was described as a sweet old lady who particularly enjoyed working with children. Between the ages of 11 and 15, he broke out of no less than 8 youth detention facilities, often mounting brutal, humiliating attacks against the prison officers just doing their jobs. Between 16 and 17, he became involved in gangs, drug peddling, and is believed to be responsible for over a dozen homicides. And worst of all, he was also a well-known cruiser in the seedier districts of the city, rampantly spreading sexual disease of the unholy kind.
It ain't that the best kind, Bob.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Even if there's a bouncer on them, I'm not gonna do it. Gotcha.
You think you're cool? How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points?
That's not cool.
Give it up, you little emo punk.
I could do that? I could do that? Hold on. I might have to lock it real quick. I might have to lock it real quick. I might have to get it real quick. I might have to lock it real quick. I may have to lock it real quick. I may have to get it real quick. Yo,
I'm no longer suited for
I may have to lock in, chat. Damn, you could do that? I didn't know you could do that. How you fight the bosses determines how stylish you are in this game. I need to watch. That's why I skipped all the way to the end to see the Virgil fight. How people fight it. I mean, you can be stylish. You can have as much style as you as possible. When going against
Good. I finally have your attention.
the normal enemy. Yeah. Gods Must Die. When I get on Gods Must Die, I'm gonna have the most fun. Because the enemies there are hard. They actually have a challenge. I like how it's so quiet here because I turn off the music. All you hear is the social network of it, just people talking.
Hey, Bob. Put a spin on this.
My personal view on the terrorists is that they are disgusting, degrading, ghastly, sleazy, purient, and generally nauseating. The worst of them is Dante. The whole world would benefit greatly by his non-existence.
I'm taking you off the air.
You think so? I wouldn't bet on it, you little shit.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and
So I can't hit that. Can't hit that. So green. No. And I can hit this. Take a 0.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
So I use the double
Fuck off
ability.
and die.
Damn. That one's gonna be the hardest one to time.
Clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
Whoa. Chat.
Big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid. Fuck off and die.
These are hard, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Deflect, cause you can literally deflect anything in this game. No.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
Set that shit up. Set that shit up. Oh, that's a tough one. Shut the no. Set that shit up. Sorry. Bang. Wow. Set that shit up, gang. See what I mean, chat? Once I figure out this way to play this game, I'm about to figure it out. Shut up.
You're tiny and stupid.
That shit up, gang.
Fuck off and die.
Fun. That's fun, bro. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun.
You are clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
No, that. Shut up. Fuck, that's a hard one to do with the axe. I've never reflected anything with the axe. I've never actually did anything with that. Oh, yeah, it's impossible.
You're not big or clever, Dante. You're tiny and stupid.
Chat. The fact that you can reflect this shit, that's actually it's weird. It's a little bit weird, unexplainable.
You're not big or clever, Dante.
I got, that shit takes your health. doesn't make sense, but
Segue into this!
I mean it does. You should be able to clash with it.
Now, what we have here is some truly shocking footage of the terrorist, known as Dante, at the Bellevue Pier recently. So what do we know about this Dante? Several people have now come forward, and investigators have pieced together a shocking history of violence. At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St. Lamia Orphanage. She was described as a sweet old lady who particularly enjoyed working with children.
Probably a demon.
Between the ages of 11 and 15, he broke out of no less than 8 youth detention facilities, often mounting brutal, humiliating attacks against the prison officers just doing their jobs. Between 16 and 17, he became involved in gangs, drug peddling, and is believed to be responsible for over a dozen homicides. And worst of all, he was also a well-known cruiser in the seedier districts of the city, rampantly spreading sexual disease of the unholy kind.
And ain't that the best kind, Bob?
How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points?
No, that's not cool, bro. I should have looked at my health. Chat. I think it's so cool that you do that. Ah, no! Stop it. Bada. Am I trying too hard?
Think you're cool? How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points?
Wrong with you.
Get up, you little emo punk. Information is
All right, Bobby.
This is hard-hitting news, Bob!
And he just started killing people. He looked me straight in the eye, and at one point, it was just terrifying. He definitely had pedophile eyes.
I saw one girl, like, fight for her life, but, like, he decided to go to her anyway. And then he did. Like, totally.
Since that horrific attack, it has come to light that Dante is involved in the terrorist organization called The Order. I have a message for The Order. The whole world is looking for you. Every camera, on every street corner, every police force in the country and worldwide. But we will find you. We will destroy you. It's only a matter of time. This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
I interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news. The terrorist organization responsible for the recent attacks has been located and is being stormed by SWAT teams as I speak. 2 of the terrorists identified in these images are known to be in the compound.
Bastards.
The 3rd terrorist has been cornered in another part of the city in a separate police raid. Rest assured, those responsible will be brought to justice at
hell
any
yes, separate
moment,
police raid.
dead or alive. This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
You're cornered. We got you. We'll crush you. And you know what? We'll do it live. You suck. We're gonna do it live.
Oh, no, I wasn't ready for that one.
God is on my side. You think you're cool? How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points? What are you fighting for anyway? The people? Newsflash, the people hate you. Let me ensure that.
Oh, shit. He started yelling at me.
Cool? How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points?
I knew it was gonna happen, that's why I hit my devil.
You think you're cool? How's about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points? What are you fighting for anyway? The people? Newsflash, the people hate you. Let me ensure that.
That one's hard.
On my side, Dante. Mundus, the god of demons. No matter.
No, block it. I can't block it. That one's just close.
What are you fighting for anyway? The people? Cool? How about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points?
running for my life.
How about I kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points? What are you fighting for anyway? The people? Newsflash, the people hate you. I made sure of that. Who's on yours? You think you're cool? I'm gonna kill you and piss on your corpse for cool points. Dante, Mundus, the god demons. All yours. Nobody.
I made that so
Breaking
difficult
news, Bob.
than it needed to be.
You're fired.
I'm pretty sure Dante must die. He does that before, so I would have to reflect everything. That's this. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's a little odd boss fight. Just deflecting everything.
Make your next move, if you will. You've already lost.
I got a C. I got a C. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little proud of that because I've never fought that boss like that. I would just dodge everything. It's easy.